Hi guys! Ratings Raven Rambles. I'm here with my brother Lou and my boyfriend Charlotte! Alright, so we are going to discuss many things, but the first topic, because we're just going off a cuff here, the first topic that we want to discuss, I get the word debate. The first word that we, oh my lord. The first thing we want to talk about is time. Like the concept of time, energy, like, do you believe that time exists? And like we're having this conversation, I would really like to get deeper into the conversation and just kind of engage in it and see what you guys think. Please leave comments below. If you like it, please like it. If you like my mind, please subscribe. And I do have tarot readings here too as well. Check them out and check out Raven Moon Tarot. Alright guys, thank you. Alright, so where should we start? So I was basically saying, there's no time, like we're infinite beings, right?
Yeah, and I said that was stupid, and I said that of course time exists. That's a stupid thing to say.
And the mind.
And then I said that what you're thinking of is how we perceive time, not time itself, because of course time exists. That's a ridiculous thing to assume that time. Take two. That time doesn't exist, and that's where I remember that conversation coming from. And I think that a lot of people confuse the concept of time with the perception of time.
Right, and that's what I think I kind of realized, because I was like, okay, I feel personally on this mundane world, man-made time, and things are kind of constructed that way. Like, think of Legos. We have the pink Lego, the blue Lego, whatever the fuck, the gray Lego, the green, the yellow Lego. And it's all combining, and I feel like, it was just kind of calculated with numbers. But then I think to myself, well, and this is a confusing thing. I get it, guys, but I'm a confused person. I'm like, okay, but I'm into numerology, I'm into astrology, I'm into all these different things that would scientifically, now it's not spiritual, but they do have a perfect marriage, like I've said before. Scientifically, time kind of does exist. Numbers do exist. I just got Einstein in my head. There's like so many different things, and like, guys, I'm not the smartest person. When people say I'm smart, I'm really not as smart as like people think. To be honest,
she lies.
Whatever, but I'm just saying, I don't know things. Like, I can't sometimes fit things into the right pattern. But what I'm trying to say is, as far as time, I just feel like I go on, let things flow. I feel like we're infinite beings, and things just are. Like, time was made up by man. That's my opinion. We all have our different opinions, and this is about different opinions. It's not called different opinions. That is the trademark name for a podcast. I'm not going to use that, but I'm just saying we do have sometimes maybe slightly different opinions, but some of them open our minds to other things. So my mind was open to different concepts, and it's good to keep your mind open is kind of my point there. Now, what do you think, Steve, Charlie, what do you think about time with the glasses on over there?
I thought you'd like the glasses.
I thought it was pretty funny, actually.
Well, time is, what we're in
irrelevant.
Right now.
Time
was
is
what
like,
I was
what,
gonna
a
say.
space reality?
Time is now. Time is later. Time is
everything.
Before,
Time is just like flowing. It's just, I feel like it's just the universe.
Where we are.
Honestly, I feel like it's like the planets moving. It's like almost like the Wheel of Fortune card, but it's like, as the planet moves, as the world moves and revolves around the sun, that is time. Because think about it back in the day, right? There was no concept of time. There was day and light. And people would look at the daytime and, okay, this is time to far, and this is, and they work, like, in the Wiccan religion. A lot of you guys know who are Wiccan. No, as I do have the Bible there, the Wiccan Bible, which I do not read right now, no offense to anyone, but I just don't. But, there was something with, like, the seasons, right? And I did find, when I did a little research into a lot of different religions, they did have that. The Vikings had a compass. We have to find a way. But, I mean, with time, it's such an interesting thing to me, and it's confusing at the same time, basically. It's really interesting. It's something that I do want to...
At the same what?
I do want to get more, like, shit on it, So, like, let me know what you think in the comments below, right?
Alright, so...
Oh, here we
to
go.
take over from Adrian a little bit here and to talk some sense into everybody that's watching this thing. If you don't believe in time, you're an idiot, and here's why.
And that's the opinion, so guys, please.
Yeah. Like and subscribe. No, you're all wonderful. We love you. I'm only kidding. You all like people when they're mean to you. No, the market research that we have done extensively with our millions of dollars has told us that you like it when people are mean to you. So I'm gonna be the mean one. All you morons, listen up.
plug our shit.
Yes. When you say that you don't believe in time, what you're saying is you don't believe in the way that we perceive time, which means that you don't believe that it's December 11th today, whatever, 2012. I mean, that's obviously that's an arbitrary construct.
I'm thinking of hours.
That man made.
Like 9 p.m., 5 p.m.
Well, I mean, you can extend it beyond that. That's all the same thing.
Yeah, right, true.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, time obviously exists, and to deny that is you might as well just say that the Earth is flat. But like,
God, no.
I mean, you're on the same fucking path. What I'm saying is you're on the same path if you do that.
Damn, man.
But
well, there's nothing worse than those fags.
No, there's nothing worse than that. You're right.
Use that term, please.
There's nothing worse than those rolled cigarettes. But
it's a joke, guys. Calm down.
Listen. One thing I support freedom of speech more than anything in this world. You know, I may not always support what you say, but I always support your freedom to say it.
Right.
Who said that? History class, 9th grade. Anyway, yes, of course, time exists. I'm not going to get into an argument about that. But the way you perceive time is definitely subjective, I believe.
And that's why I call it an illusion.
Yeah, that's
the
true.
perception of time is an illusion, sure,
right,
but time is an absolute.
Yeah, and that's what I wasn't fully getting, I guess.
Yeah.
And you know, and it made me like think.
All right, full disclosure, peek behind the curtain. Adrian wanted a way to start this thing. She said, let's talk about time. She talked about the perception of time. She's a little high. She doesn't usually do that, but she got high for this. It's a once in a lifetime thing.
Guys.
We kind of talked Steve into it. He's been straight laced his whole life. He's had his first hit of weed tonight. And now he's on the tobacco train. This is what happens. This is what happens when you're like Biden. They all go nuts.
Ding ding. Red when
it's
someone
a joke, I suppose.
when someone lies red. I'm gonna say red.
Better red than dead, Adrian.
Better red than dead.
It's now 1956 with the McCarthy hearings.
Oh my god. I've watched it. Let me tell you guys.
Have you ever been a member of the Communist Party? Yes, proudly. Well, you can never write for Hollywood again, because God knows there's no fucking Europeans in that business. Forget about it. Guys, read up on it.
Let me tell you, I've been watching.
A lot of Europeans have made.
I gotta just say, I've been watching a lot of like ex-mafia guys that cooperated, or they
Why would you watch that?
Specific. Why it's interesting to me. Some people they like. What do you connect? Okay, so it's fine. No, you're part of it, honey. But some people, some of the people I watched. You know, there was like rumors about them, or maybe it wasn't rumor, I don't know, and I'm trying to like pick a side here. It's almost like politics, right? So I'm not gonna put names out there. I probably could, I don't know, but I don't want to.
I don't think you should.
Probably not, right? Big names out there, right? But they all, some were informants, some just got out of the life, like one actually just got out of the life. But the thing is, I watched something else today about a specific person that got out of life, is now a Christian, all this stuff, and I was like, oh, I really respect this guy.
I'll be right back.
Very intelligent, knows how to speak to people. So you can get your mind a little mixed there. So that's what went through my head when I was talking about this. Not saying that this isn't a good person, but then I looked at his relationship with his father. I watched a quick interview because his father never did interviews. He was like old school mafioso, didn't do that shit. But his nephew took care of him, did everything for him. His son did not attend. And this, listen, I don't know the story, and I'm not judging. I'm just saying this.
His name was Dino Spallone.
This is something I was thinking about. And I do still respect this person. I don't know his relationship and his reason. Okay, I can only imagine the emotion there. But I'm going to say I did take into consideration what he said, and I took into consideration what I heard on the other side today, being that he didn't attend his father's funeral. He didn't, which I didn't care about that. I was like, okay, he wanted to do it his own way. I'd done that myself, right? So that was nothing. Then it went further to he didn't attend his father's birthday when his dad got out of prison, any hearings, and I thought this guy was fighting to get his dad out of jail. Now, I do not still know. I don't want to go on the other person's side. You get what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure it out on my own intuitive feelings, just my feelings in general on this. You know what I'm saying, guys? And I'm not. Some of you guys may know who I'm speaking about, but I'm not going to put a name out there. I respect this person, and I do respect the other person. And then there was another guy that was a mob hitman. And like found out, he's friends with a pedophile. Okay, whatever. Like that's something just to make the fucking news, make the media, make money.
His name was Danny Zuko.
You know, and then he wasn't Italian, so like, but he was a made guy. It was so weird, and then like all these weird, like I keep reading about all these lies, but I did watch an interview with the man, and I'm like, oh, I'm torn, but it's about figuring it out for yourself. Having a fun night tonight, guys. Excuse me, but you know when I do these podcasts, that's what happens. But anyway, yeah. So that was just like a weird kind of thing that went on. Anything else you want to talk about?
I'm sorry, I missed what you just said because I was
No,
in the
any
bathroom.
new topics?
He didn't miss anything, don't worry. She's talking about some fucking stupid mafia thing she watched.
Well,
You were talking about Sammy the Bull?
It was like politics. Oh, quickly, guys, let me just show you. I just made this. Now, I'm not done, okay? This is just a little collage that I made. A lot of people really like my collages. Like, some often didn't even buy them. I was like, what the fuck? Right? But, like, hey.
Oh,
yeah.
also, we are sponsored by LD Cigarettes. LD Cigarettes. You're never too young to smoke an LD. Alright. Anyway.
I'm gonna put this under comedy, I swear. But no.
Well, would you invite me and fucking Steve on for fucking insight? Come on.
Right. Well, I know, right? I had enough of that.
We definitely weren't providing that tonight.
Enough.
But you know something? Let me tell you. I got
Let me tell you.
funny stuff.
Let me tell you a story.
Let me tell you a story.
Wait, hon. Sidebar. I don't know who's watching this and where you're from, but you all know a girl like her. You walk into your local bar. I mean, you don't now because of COVID. Jesus Christ. Let's hope that comes to an end soon.
It will.
But you know, she has a couple of drinks in her, starts fucking waxing philosophical. I know people in the neighborhood that do X, Y, and Z. I do tarot readings on the side. You call me, baby, you'll be fine. You could be in Chicago, you could be in fucking Des Moines, Iowa, I don't know. But this is the kind of fucking chick she is.
But let me tell you something. That doesn't mean I'm faking. Let me tell you.
No, I wasn't implying that. I mean, those people are just as real. But some people have a gift, and in a modern capitalist society, there's not a place for them. So they
You gotta hustle.
You gotta hustle, which is sad. But all the great beats knew it. You know, the hustlers and the fucking and back in those days, like, you know, the gay people and the people like that were on the sidelines of society, so the beats naturally were drawn to them, and they come to find out, hey, there's not too much of a difference between like the fucking gangster and the literary guy. You know what I mean? Like, they're both living in similar means. That changed over time, but that's still kind of the romanticized ideal.
I like
and
that.
there's still that version that exists, and me and Asian happen to grow up in a neighborhood that exists, but kind of by accident.
Right.
Nobody intended that to happen.
Right.
It's just that 1 out of every 5 was a mystic or an artist. You know what I mean? Adrian's a mystic and an artist, and I'm just an artist. You know what I mean? But it's like they got fucking snapped up by the jaws of capitalism because I didn't want to work in the trades, and that was the only option. So I don't know how this ties into what you were talking about. You were talking about Italians or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Who are the worst people? It's the worst people.
Dude, I saw something today, right? Somebody was like, "Oh my God, Italians are subhumans and Sicilians and talking mad shit."
Oh, I
said, "Fuck you."
I will like and subscribe.
Dude, you know what I said to them? They're like, they ruined New York. I said, listen, go fuck yourself, right?
The Irish and the Jews had it all fucking set, and then the Italians stomped in.
But we're Italian.
Have you ever been to Staten Island? For God's sakes. I kid. We're actually Italian. We can make these jokes because we're Italian. It's like when a Jewish person tells a Jew joke, and you're like, oh, it's okay because you're
exactly.
Jewish.
He's got a friend that's Jewish he fucks with.
I'm Puerto Rican and Irish, and on the Irish half,
I'm sorry to hear that.
Sorry.
The Irish half. The Puerto Ricans are beautiful people.
On the Irish half, my mom tells me like
That's what Irish is.
that potato famine shit was no joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. Like, but like, it's interesting too how like people even come up to you and they think you speak Spanish. I do not know. I know a little Spanish, like a tiny bit, right? I say, "Poquito español." They think
you explain that we grew up in a primarily Latino neighborhood,
which is beautiful, and like I know they grew up.
No, I love it. It's
but
like
it's kind of cool.
Like we have
I met some,
that are
honestly,
Salvadorian.
Yeah, my beautiful niece is half El Salvadorian. My nephew Salvadorian, excuse me, Salvadorian. But like my boyfriend is half. So, but it doesn't matter. But it's like, I think it's beautiful to even mix races. I think it's beautiful to have that diversity. And I know we're mixing things up, but like getting into that comment when that person was very ignorant and racist against Italian and Sicilian people, it upset me. Because I have Sicilian friends and I have Italian in me.
But Adrian, admit it, they're kind of scumbags, right?
I mean, I honestly, I don't think all of them because I can't lie. I can't lie. I know he's fucking
It's
around.
impossible to get her to come off this fucking high perch. This is a result of her being a punk rocker when she was 17. Everything's a political fucking impossible. Obviously, I'm not talking shit about Italian people. That's just like a safe target. They're immune. It's like they're Superman with bullets hitting them. You can't make fun of an Italian person because they have no feelings. Like it's like they're
It's
just
true though. They don't give a fuck.
because they have nothing to lose.
They'll walk real quiet.
They've already won the fucking battle.
They'll
They're
walk,
in
like, if
places
you
of
insult
positions of
them,
power.
they
It
might say
doesn't
something.
matter.
Yeah, they might say something. They'll walk out quietly.
If you want to be
Back and
controversial,
punch
you say
the
something
fucking
about
head.
another minority group. And Italians have not been a minority for fucking 100 years.
Oh no, but
They'll
the fact
lean on it at the first fucking opportunity. So yes, you know what? I didn't really want to fucking tangent against the Italians because we grew up. You know what? We grew up with a bunch of fucking Latino people that weren't disenfranchised. We also grew up with a lot of fucking racist Italian people. And it's like, you know what, buddy? You're fucking American. You're not a goddamn Italian. You know nothing about Europe. You know nothing about Italy. You don't know about Stalin. You don't know about communism. You are a fucking American idiot. The fact that you are from, your grandparents are from Italy means nothing.
Oh my God.
You're a fucking American. You're a moron. You're a racist. And you eat spaghetti on Sundays? Big fucking deal.
Oh my
Everyone in
God.
this neighborhood does. If they don't, they eat fucking pork and beans. Who gives a shit what they fucking eat? They eat things. But here's my point. If you're a fucking racist, you're a fucking racist.
Oh,
I don't care where your
absolutely.
grandparents
I fucking
came
hate
from.
racists.
Racism is fucking racism,
Yeah.
and it comes in many shades. And I'm stealing this from Dan Harmon, but the only way we're gonna deal with this is that we get rid of the races, and this is why Cyber Pros do it. We just fucking crossbreed to the point where there's no such thing as fucking purity anymore.
I was thinking that
There's
too.
no such thing as a fucking
literally
wasp
was.
anymore because everyone is a mix,
That's a good
and
idea.
everyone's a fucking mix of
Well,
everything. And you got fucking Jews, fucking Italians, fucking Hispanics, fucking blacks, fucking everyone. And then you just got one big thing, and you go, okay, so now we can face the aliens. Because the aliens are gonna come down to Earth and go, Jesus Christ, we thought people were gonna hate us, they hate each other. How are we gonna win against the aliens, you idiots? How are we gonna win against the aliens if we can't even get along with each other?
It's
That's
true.
the big picture.
People
Have
need
you
to-
seen War of the Worlds?
Yeah, people need to kind of like get more in a unity.
That was only like
state.
75%.
And it's not saying like all. He said it was only 75% true. He says, "Sorry guys, I'm trying to fix this camera."
Adrian, just I got this.
But like, you know,
I think the comments are gonna be, I wish your brother could be there every time to fix the fucking camera. But anyway, guys, yeah. This is my sister's. What is this again?
like it's like a
This is
mini
going on-
pod
this is going
kind
on
of
Fox-
you know,
Fox
podcast.
News? Fox
News.
It could, yeah. I throw a couple N-bombs, it could go on Fox News. But
Oh no, we
I would never do that. I would never do that. I would never do that.
We're not
YouTube,
fucking
so.
like that.
No. I love newscasters. Hey, I made it a joke. Anyway,
I want to fucking kill half of them, literally. But I mean, like, to each their own, guys. Your politics are your politics. Please do not take ours. If you are against ours, please do not, have any issue because of that. This is our fucking opinion. And this is how we feel. And, like, we're just doing our shit. So if
Pearl Harbor.
if you like it, like it. If you don't, don't. You know what I'm saying? Like I always say. So if you like my vibe, please subscribe, comment.
Charlie's in the bush. Charlie's in the bush.
Charlie's in the bush.
Charlie's in the bush.
I was just trying to get in the camera.
Mayday, Charlie in the bush. Charlie in the bush. No, that was the thing that they used to say in Vietnam. Charlie in the bush.
Oh.
Charlie was what they called the enemy.
Exactly what my father.
Charlie in the bush.
My father christened him as
Charlie in the bush. Is that been on this yet?
Dad, I'm getting him on. I got his birthday thing on there, but I'm gonna get him on.
Okay.
Oh, you're gonna tell the story of how
I'll fix it,
That movie fell on its own, guys. I am so sorry.
you're gonna tell
Hoisted
the
by their
story
own
how it became
petard.
Charlie.
We'll get onto that, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, if you don't, why don't you tell the story of how you became Charlie?
You know what? Yeah, let me angle towards you guys.
Well, I
honestly.
mean,
Tell the story of how you became Charlie from my dad, Big Elf.
I was gonna say, from what I remember was, just from the beginning, your dad just started calling me Charlie.
I remember him
Anyway.
smiling at you.
Yeah, I didn't even.
And then he goes, I just say that when I can't remember anybody's name, right? And then
Charlie.
But you know what, Charlie was, and he said it to me. Charlie was a very special like dog or something to him.
Oh, Charlie was his dog.
And,
yeah.
and like so to him that's like a sentimental thing, right? And he keeps he did like other people he called him Charlie once or something.
I wonder if you're...
He like he's like
Wait,
that's
you know,
your name now. Like
do you know
he does not call
do
anything else.
you guys know the story about Charlie the dog?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
The
you know
friend of his, yeah.
Oh yeah, we should tell that story about
The
Charlie.
neighborhood friend,
And
yeah.
he got because he's so respectful to my
Oh,
dad.
Chubby
My
Chuck,
fucking dad
yeah.
loves him, like loves the death. I don't know. My dad never loved any of my boyfriends.
I actually
besides
just
Sean.
went and helped
And,
him
like-
with his cable.
And they just got along.
Yeah.
Like they just.
His
had
real
this-
name is Steve. We call him Charlie.
We call him Charlie or Chuck because my dad's like, "Where's Chuck? Oh, where's Charlie?"
But
Like,
yeah, no. So there's Charlie the dog and there's Chuck, which was his motorcycle friend.
He calls them both those names.
Okay, so but
And-
Charlie was his dog, and I'll give you the short version. My dad, when he was a kid, he was a street thug in Cincinnati in the early
Yeah,
'70s.
I should put his
Oh,
picture
wow.
on the thing.
That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, and he would, Charlie was his dog. And my dad was maybe 16 years old, and he would go to the bar. No, I'm sorry, the pool hall. He wasn't even allowed to drink yet. He'd go to the pool hall, and Charlie would wait outside for him, and he'd be in the pool all 8-9 hours, and he'd come out, and Charlie would still be there. And then he loved that dog with all his heart. And then one day that Charlie was getting some traps with some hillbillies, as he would describe them, in Cincinnati, and they shot him. So, and this is what I heard. But as repercussion for killing his dog, they burned the fucking building down.
He said, my father told
So it's
me.
I thought I heard
that's
that
ultimate
story.
respect, you know. And Chuck was a guy. They also called him Crunch because he was this black dude that got fucked up in a car accident, so his face is kind of messed up on one side. But they called my dad Crazy Horse. They called him Chuck, and Chuck and Crazy Horse was my dad and this guy that had kind of half his face kind of like kind of messed up from a bike accident.
So they were kind of like a crew.
They were a crew. They were a 2-man
That
crew.
was
They
his
were
boy, like,
they were
yeah.
his boy. They would ride
Yeah.
bikes together like back in the 70s.
That's awesome.
And he remembers Crunch, and he would call him. Some people called him Crunch, but his real name was Chuck. They call him Chuck or Crunch.
Yeah.
But that's where those both come from. I don't know if he's drawing on both of those memories or one of them, but
I kind of feel like that because I feel like he hasn't
Yeah.
had that connection in a long time, and like for some
Yeah.
reason,
He's
it's
old and
like
frail.
I got a new friend. You know what I mean? Like
He's
it's
been
like
passed by
I
his
was
kids.
gonna say I have.
No,
I was gonna say I have no idea
He knows
how.
what the humor.
I know I'm terrible.
When
I'm
you
too
just
serious.
said- when you
She's a
when
humor.
you just
I know. I
when
don't know
you
what
just
happened
said-
to
She
me.
used to be funny.
I got cold. I got so
When you
cold.
just said that thing about him thinking of me as a new friend, I was just it made me realize I kind of think of him as a new friend.
I know.
I
Yeah.
didn't realize that until you said
Well,
that.
that's
Well, you
how it
guys are
works.
very
Wow.
easygoing quality,
You
and
guys
you both.
are- you
But
guys
you gotta remember,
are-
he. So my dad was you just like 37 or 38 years ago.
Think?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, yes, he was. He was a man that came into this family. That
Yeah.
it's intimidating to come into this family. The Tedescos are a crazy fucking bunch. And yours are the. I mean, if you met me first, it'd be different. I'm the most normal one. I know Megan claims that.
I thought it was
But-
the scariest thing. I was like, that's
I
the
thought
last
Megan
person
was
I
the
want
most
you to
normal.
Everyone's
one.
fucking afraid of meeting me. What the fuck is wrong with
I
me?
was like, I'd have to be a special
only
person.
if you're a
it has
woman.
to- No,
Hey,
Am I right,
but-
fellas? That's a joke.
And
Misogyny is like
he
crime.
knows. That was always what I said. I said, if you meet my brother, you gotta be like important. If you're not important to me, you're not my dad or my brother. That's how I feel.
I don't get that because like you guys are the fucking crazy ones.
But I don't want to just bring some dipshit. Like
I
I
didn't
want
think
someone
of-
that I do
But
care.
you're a fucking dipshit. So.
But I'm not gonna bring any asshole. Oh yeah, my brother. He'll tell you straight up. I don't like you. Oh, he'll just be like.
Oh, you mean
I'll blow you up.
Common or Michael?
No,
It was actually.
No, I
We
mean-
have two other brothers. She doesn't
no.
talk
I mean,
about
like if I had a boyfriend.
Not until they come on the podcast.
I was actually thinking even before
video cast,
even before I met him that this guy seemed cool based on the horror movie stuff
yeah,
and stuff
yeah.
we saw on,
I know
of
how
each
wrong
other
he
on
was.
Facebook. Like I knew we were at least into the same shit.
But yes, the movies and shit. And this
Yeah.
one's a Grateful Dead lover, and let me tell you, I like Grateful Dead.
Dog
but
Star.
He fucking killed me with that.
Live version
So much.
of what's that album? That live album from
Which one?
'69, I want to say.
Or is it the
Is that
New
20
Year's
minute-
Eve one?
Actually, I'm not okay. So
Or is it the Fillmore
I don't.
West one?
Oh, I think it's Fillmore West. But
Yeah,
anyway,
I got that.
I'm
I
not
used to have
huge on
that.
the Dead. I love American Beauty.
Yeah.
But that
That's a
version
good
of Dog Star is the shit.
Oh,
And it's
yeah.
the one from like '69, '70. I mean, I don't know.
I know what he's talking
Okay,
about.
I don't know the Dead as well as
Yeah,
you
I
probably
think
do,
it's
but like,
from the Fillmore West.
yeah, I think it's the film where I have
Was
like a
it like
couple.
a purple CD?
Yes,
Yep,
yes.
Yep.
It's like a 20-minute version.
Yep.
And,
Oh,
and
oh
it,
yeah.
it just kills.
Oh yeah.
It's been like so
Most
long.
of their versions of that song, Dark Star, are
I
The
like
live
love
versions
Pink-
go on.
20
right?
minutes a
Pink
short
Floyd.
one.
Right. For the dead, that's like a dead.
Yeah.
It's just the dead single version, 20 minutes.
Yeah, basically.
That's the
Well, I'm
problem.
like a huge Zappa fan, so I
I know,
get
yeah.
that.
Oh, I know.
I
I like Zappa too, actually.
Yeah, well, in Prague, right? Yeah, like Prague stuff.
Megan said he looks like Frank Zappa. I
remember-
was laughing.
He's got Zappa-ass
He
quality.
was
yeah.
dying laughing, and then Dad said he
That's
was
a
like,
compliment.
"Who was that actor?" My father